Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. Inflow's still good. Yesterday was a better day than the day before, 292 million. Okay. BlackRock still buying. However, Ethereum turned red again. So this is not good, right? You want to see Ethereum pick up strong once again, like the weeks before the dumping. And the days before, like Monday and Tuesday, we had really good inflow, positive. But yesterday turned red again. Not sure what's going on with ETH and its momentum. Seems to be fading right now, especially among Wall Street guys. Don't know if it's just because of jitters before FOMC meeting or what. Let's see if it will reverse again. And so far, if you guys have been paying attention, this has been the best September ever for Bitcoin. Ever. Last year, we ended up the month in plus 7%. Right now, we're plus 8%. So obviously, the month is still going to go on. But we'll see. Last September is when we had those rate cuts start. Right? So we're going to see the same thing again. And look at what happened last year. We had plus 7%, plus 11%, and plus 37% in November. We could see something similar, maybe even better than those numbers this time around as we lead into December, right? And the only reason why last year we had a red December is because I forgot. I think that's when the Fed said something and said like, "Oh, we're gonna be pausing or something like that soon." And I think we did pause in January. So it's always to that effect. Okay, the Fed with their monetary policies and how it disrupts markets, but this time around, it's looking good. It's looking good. Tom Lee also predicts a monster move for Bitcoin and Ethereum next 3 months because of the monetary easing. And that's based on history. He said it himself. Last year, when this happened, everything soared, everything pumped. And if we're going based on history, then that's what's going to happen again. It'll be good. Very, very good. What is it? You know, these loyal Bitcoin treasury companies are going to continue to do their thing and load up. Metaplanet, which has been loading up a lot in Japan, but they're opening subsidiaries in the US because they want to raise more money and buy more Bitcoin. You know, Sailor better watch it. Metaplanet may be making some big moves, may one day surpass Strategy. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. They're so far away still. But they're making big moves. They want to keep loading up, and that's good. And here's someone else. JGD Culture Group will acquire $879 million, 7,500 Bitcoin. That's a large purchase, almost $1 billion right there. So these companies, these treasury companies, still being formed every single week, it seems like. And the existing ones keep on buying more Bitcoin. So again, you just do the math. Do the math. This is why Bitcoin is so damn stable and strong right now. We just need that little push upwards. We're only 6.8% below our all-time high. We're not that far off. Less than 10%. And a lot of option traders are placing their longs right now. A lot of people think that these rate cuts are going to bring us to the promised land, to 200,000 plus. Remember yesterday I covered AI prediction, and the worst case scenario, according to ChatGPT, anticipates that Bitcoin will be at $140,000 by the end of the year. That's worst case scenario. Base scenario was at 200. And a bullish was 220. And an ultra bullish was 250. So even if you use the last two, either we're going to be at 140 or 200 or somewhere in between. And that's not a bad place to be. Stablecoin net flow into exchanges, really, really high, plus $2 billion. I think this is in anticipation of what's going to happen today. You had $2+ billion come into Binance, and I'm assuming people are just going to use that to buy. Otherwise, why would they be sending stables to Binance? And this is for all exchanges. So you got major inflows, okay, in one single day. If you look at all exchanges, like 9 billion waiting to FOMO. Last thing about Bitcoin is this. Like I said, last year, the Fed kicked off 50 basis point cut, and we did it for a few months. And that's how Bitcoin responded. It's hard to even think about that. This time last year, Bitcoin was in the 50s. And we were there for like basically the entire year. And then what happened? We doubled. We went up to $106,000. We literally doubled within 3 months. So some of you guys may be thinking, well, it's impossible to hit 200,000. We doubled just last year within 3 months. So can we double from here in 3 months? Yes, there's enough money out there. Bitcoin isn't at $1 million. Okay, doubling from $1 million to 2 million, probably pretty hard. But from 100,000 to 200,000, there's certainly enough money out there to do that. Outside of Bitcoin, hey, you know what? Sol is getting hot. You got Forward Industries that's go offer $4 billion in equity offering because they want to buy $4 billion worth of Sol. Right? So all the ETH treasury companies, they kind of set an example for others, and now others are doing it with Sol. This is fantastic. Fantastic stuff.